Namaskaram friends. So in this video I am going to talk about Counter Terrorism Committee. Okay, this committee is under the United Nations Security Council. What is the importance of this committee? Why this committee is formed? What are the motivation idea behind forming this committee? And what are the role objective of this committee? So we are going to talk about very briefly about Counter Terrorism Committee and this terrorism helpful in controlling, or you can say making policy on how we can reduce and prevent terrorism in different parts of the world, because nowadays terrorist activity, counter terrorism, money laundering and terrorist financing, these types of activities are very prevalent in most parts of the world. So it is very important that this kind of committee is existed and at the UN level, and also country participated into it. And this thing uh, Counter-Terrorism Committee is in news because in 2022 India chaired this committee, and in 2011 also India chaired it. So it is the second time India chaired this committee, and it is formed after the attack of 9/11 in 2001. Okay, so now we are going to talk about very briefly about Counter-Terrorism Committee. So the Counter Terrorism Committee is subsidiary body of the UNSC, United Nations Security Council. So Counter Terrorism Committee is a subsidiary body. Remember, it is a subsidiary body of UNSC. It is formed in September 2001, soon after the tragic terrorist attack on 9/11 in New York. So in New York, 9/11 attack happened. So soon after that, this committee is formed in September 2001. India had chaired this committee in the Security Council in 2011-12. That means India is the, why I talk about India? Because I am from India, so I have to consider one country as a reference. So I consider India as a reference. So India has chaired this committee in the Security Council in 2011 and 12. Okay. India is currently the chair of the UNSC Counter-Terrorism Committee for the year 2020. India chaired it once in 2011, and again India currently chairs this committee, UNSC committee, in year 2022. That means almost 10 years. So, next point is, what is the 1267 Al Qaeda Sanction Committee? Here we are talking about Counter Terrorism Committee. Here we are going to talk about Al Qaeda Sanction Committee. Well, these two committees are very much related. These two committees are from tackling or solving the problem of terrorism. That's why I included this thing here also. So the 1267 Al Qaeda Sanction Committee. The committee is part of UNSC. This committee is part of UNSC. The Counter Terrorism Committee is also part of UNSC. 1267 Al Qaeda Sanction Committee is also the part of UNSC, and its job is to implement. Job of 1261 Al Qaeda Sanction Committee is to implement international sanction against terrorism. So UNSC, different organizations put sanction against terrorists. So the role of this committee is to implement that activity, and basically it is under the UN. So if we sanction UN sanction any country or any group of any group region on against terrorists, so this committee implement this uh, sanction. So Al Qaeda committee was not originally, its name is just Al Qaeda committee. The Al Qaeda committee was established as an Al Qaeda and Taliban section committee. Originally it is established as a Al Qaeda and Taliban section committee. Remember, Al Qaeda and Taliban section committee on October 15, 1999. After Security Council Resolution 1267 designated Al Qaeda and Taliban as terrorist bodies. So Al Qaeda committee formed as an Al Qaeda and Taliban committee in 1999, October 15, 1999. After Security Council 1267, after Security Council Resolution 1267 designated Al Qaeda and Taliban as terrorist bodies. So Security Council Resolution 1267 designate Al Qaeda as well as Taliban as a terrorist body. So that committee is established at that time. But later on, in 2011, I think, just a minute, a separate committee was formed for the Taliban. Okay, so in 1999, a committee is formed both for Taliban as well as Al Qaeda. But in 2011, a separate committee of Taliban is formed. So the committee name of committee which is formed earlier as Al Qaeda and Taliban committee is remained as 1267 Al Qaeda Sanction Committee. Okay, so I hope you understand about Al Qaeda 1267 Al Qaeda Sanction Committee as well as terrorist as well as I think Counter Terrorism Committee. So two important committee, Counter Terrorism Committee, and 1267 Al-Qaeda Sanction Committee. Okay, this one is under UN. This one is also under UN. It is formed in 1999 as Al-Qaeda and Taliban Sanction Committee, but later in 2011 a separate committee is formed for the Taliban. So the name of this committee is renamed as 1267 Al-Qaeda Sanction Committee. And Counter Terrorism Committee is under the UN. India chaired it in 2011, and again India chaired it in 2022. Currently India chaired it. And the role of this Counter Terrorism Committee is to implement the sanction of UN on terrorist, terrorist against terrorist. So the committee is a part of UNSC. 1267 Al-Qaeda committee is a part of UNSC, and its job is to implement the international sanction against terrorist. And this one, and Counter Terrorism Committee is formed soon after the 9/11 attack in New York. So it is formed in September 2001. So important point related to Counter Terrorism Committee, 126 Sanction Committee, its role, how its work, and when it is formed, what is the idea, motivation behind it. So Counter Terrorism Committee formed soon after the I can say terrorist attack on 9/11 in New York. But 1267 Al-Qaeda Committee is formed in 1999 when 1267 UN resolution designate Al-Qaeda and Taliban as a terrorist group organization. Okay, so I hope you understand about Al-Qaeda Committee as well as Terrorist Sanction Committee and Terrorist Sanction Committee and idea motivation behind it. So now we are going to solve one question based on these two committees. I'm sorry, it is a little bit confused because both the committees are part of the EU. But segregation, you will segregate it. One is formed after the 9/11 and another is formed after the resolution of United Nations Security Council. And both the committees are part of subsidiary of United Nations Security Council. Consider the following statement regarding Counter Terrorism Committee. So it is talk about CTC. So the Counter Terrorism Committee is a subsidiary body of the United Nations Security Council. Yes. It is formed in September 2001, soon after the tragic 9/11. Yes. India is currently the chair of the Counter Terrorism Committee in 2022. Yes. All the statements are correct. That means 1, 2, 3. All the statements are correct. So just check we are on the right path or not. So option D is correct. That means 1, 2, 3 is correct. That means we are on the right path. So I hope you love this video, you enjoy this video, and you gain some perspective, some knowledge out of it. What is the importance of committee? What is United Nations Security Council? What is the role of 1267 Al-Qaeda Sanction Committee, and which country chair this committee in 2022, and also what is the resolution 1267 of UNSC. So I hope you understand it, you enjoy it, you love it, and gain some perspective, some knowledge about these two committees. So namaskaram, thank you.